And I see another thing called the Court of Appeal, and I see what's called the case going on there. And I follow the case in the realm of the spirit to enter Court of Appeal to look at what is being appealed. And right there in the Court of Appeal, I begin to see case dead on arrival, dead on arrival, dead on arrival. And I begin to say, why is case dead on arrival? And the Lord said, the case of Nnamdi Kanu on appeal call is going to be a case that is dead on arrival. Let that one put aside. And the Lord took me again straight away to the realms of the spirit and brought me to the people campaigning. We must pray as quick as possible to look at the face of God and ask the Lord what is next for us. Which way should we follow? Because we must always continue to seek the face of God, because the face of God is what we must always seek for. And when we seek the face of God, God will show us the way. Show me the way to go to heaven. Show me the way to go to heaven. Show me the way to go to heaven. I am tired. I want to make heaven. Amen. So the Lord now begin to say, we must all pray that the hand of the Lord should help us, deliver us, liberate us, and keep us the way that we must follow. The way for us to follow that is called the way forward. Then another thing that the Lord now begin to speak to me, the major prophet of God, he said, tell your people wherever they are, they should rejoice, for their prayers has been answered. Rejoice, for your prayers has been answered. Why will you rejoice? You need to rejoice because the Lord has answered your prayer. When the Lord answered your prayer, joy will be your portion. When the Lord answers your prayer, celebration will be your portion. When the Lord answers your prayer, you will be happy. When the Lord answers your prayer, you will toil no more. When the Lord answers your prayer, sickness is out of your life. When the Lord answers your prayer, joy must be your portion. You are a businessman, you are a handwork person, you are into one thing or the other. I have said it often and often. People should learn more about what's called production. People should pay attention more on what's called production. It is important that we pay attention to what is called production, because production is the next phase that is going to rule in the country. People that are into productions are going to make money. They are going to surely survive. They are going to surely make it. They are going to surely move forward. They are going to surely have what's called the next level, because production will be the next phase that will compete with the world. Because every other thing will look as if it is completely going down. People importing and exporting, importation will be on the very high side. Importation will be on the very, very high side. And people that are into production can import what is called raw materials and then produce whatever you want to produce right here in the country. Produce it yourself. Learn how to produce. You can produce with iron, metal. You can produce with plastics. You can produce with woods. You can produce with what's called rubber. You can produce with different kind of things that fall on that class. If anybody is introducing you into anything, pay attention more into what is called productions of things that will be used in the country. If you know how you can be able to produce what is called beverages, go into beverage production. If you know how to produce what is called wine and the rest of that, go into wine production. If you know how to now manufacture what is called fabric production, you are into what is called fabric making, or clothes, or bags, or things like that, or shoes, or what is called things to wear and things that can be used by people. If you know how to go into that, quickly begin to do something immediately about production. If you know what is called lands that are cheap, go into forests and to different places and buy land. Acquire the land, get the land, seek what is called a governor's consent or government consent. Seek your CFO. Now fence the place or prepare the place Mechanized agriculture is also coming in to be another phase of what's called the driving force that will drive what's called the next level of economy, because I am seeing the oil now not able to meet up with the economies of the world. Even the oil that is here in Nigeria is not going to be the final solution. The solution is what is called productions, food production, fabric production, fabrications and things, technology, whatever you know how to now work on something you can produce, go into all of that. Very, very important. Remember I said production from the raw materials like wood, from the raw materials like rubbers, from the raw materials like sand, from the raw materials like iron, raw materials like different kind of things, fabrics and the wool and what is called the clothes and all of that. Major prophet of God is a prophet that God has given the grace to look at the spiritual world and advise you on the way forward and what to do to enable yourself. And also, if you have been carrying your money in the hand, oh, I have 100 million in account, I have 200 million in account, I have 500 million in account, begin to learn how to capitalize that money by investment. Because I am seeing what is called the disvaluing of Nigerian currency. And as quick as possible, we need to do something. I have told myself I don't want to now campaign for anybody. I don't want to campaign for anybody. I am not into campaign. All I'm after is good governance. All I'm after is justice. All I'm after is equal rights. And all I'm after is people to know their God and serve God with all their heart. But in the realm of the spirit, I begin to see one of the presidential candidates. That one of the presidential candidates begin to come to major prophet of God in the spirit world. And I asked the Lord, why is this man coming to major prophet of God? And I looked at the spiritual, I saw the man called Peter Obi coming again to major prophet of God in the spirit world. And I look at this man and I said, man, our president or president to be or aspirant, what's going on? And I saw the man begin to do what is called a walk with the major prophet of God in the spiritual world. And begin to do a walk in the spiritual world and begin to inspect. This is inspection of properties, inspection of project, inspections of capitals, inspections of investment and all of that. And I begin to ask my God, I said, what's the meaning of this? Does it mean that this man is coming to pay attention to infrastructures, to pay attention to all that is called all the investments, or pay attention to what is called capitalization, pay attention to what is called revibration of what is called wealth or money or whatever? Is it going to be better than others? And what is going on? Is it not going to be promised and after nothing to be done? Or is it going to be better? And I continue to see the man called Peter Obi now following the major prophet of God and begin to inspect things together. Inspect investment, inspect project, inspect so many things that I saw with my eyes in the realm of the spirit. And this is what's called green light. This is what's called green light. Green light. Peter Obi, green light. I begin to ask myself, what's all this? And what's going on? Major prophet of God is not into what's called campaign. But who is this man that keep on coming in the realm of the spirit to major prophet of God? Remember the last time I gave you a story here. Everything I say, if I be a man of God and a servant of God, I did not add. I am not saying what I did not see. I cannot sit on the altar to lie. I sit on the altar to tell you what I see with my eyes. And the major prophet of God can only attend to anybody when I begin to see the person catching up with me in the spiritual world. If you come with the flesh and blood and carnality where I am, I will cast you out and I will bind you, because I don't care to know about the people that are into evil. All I care to know is who is now catching up with the major prophet of God in the spiritual world. And what is this all about? What is about to happen?